Hi,
Hello.
I'm Amy Gee.
I'm Taylor. Hi.
And I'm Tom Snyder.
Okay, this is our interview with a veteran. Okay. When did you serve your peacetime?
I was in peacetime from 1957 to 1960.
What branch of the military did you serve in?
I was in the Army. I was in the United States Cavalry, which is a part of the Army.
Were you drafted or did you sign up?
I enlisted. I signed up.
What was your rank?
My highest rank ever held was a Specialist 4th class.
What job did you have?
My training was in tank mechanics. The job I had was varied. I did about everything you could do. I drove tanks, loaded them, fired them. Also, I was with the Scouts for a while, and I also did maintenance. I drove an ammo truck for a while. I just did what they wanted me to do at that time.
Where were you stationed and how long did you serve?
I was stationed in Landshut, Germany, and I served for 3 years.
What is your definition of patriotism?
I think everybody should be a patriot to their country, and patriotism is a love of the country, but it's also trying to better it by making a few sacrifices yourself to do it.
What personal stories or experiences can you share that happened to you or someone close to you?
In May of 1959, actually it was earlier than that, in March of 1959, Nikita Khrushchev, who was the leader of the USSR, said he was going to close the Berlin Autobahn. At that time, we told him that he couldn't, and he said he was going to. So they moved us up from where we were pulling border patrol up to the Berlin Autobahn. We were a fully combat outfit, what they called Strike One, and they moved us up there, the Gordon Highlanders, which was a Scottish outfit. It was a NATO operation. We stayed in a place called Belsen, that had been a prison camp during World War II, and I remember we went to I took the executive officer one time, and he wanted to go to the cemetery. We went to the cemeteries, and there was a million people buried there. They were a million Jews. One of those Jews was Anne Frank, that became somewhat famous for her diary. But anyway, they didn't close the Autobahn. We did enough saber rattling that he didn't shut the Autobahn.
How has serving in the military changed your life?
I don't know that it really changed it. I enjoyed it while I was there, and when I got out, I went to work, and I worked for 50 years or so. Then I retired. I don't know that the military changed it an awful lot. I had fun.
Does Hollywood portray war accurately, and if not, what are your concerns?
Hollywood, on some films they portray war fairly accurately. Some of them I haven't seen. A lot of them it's romance. It gets pretty romantic. A lot of them they try to make it to be a silly thing, but I think that it's just varied. Some films are good and some aren't. Depends on who's doing it, and that's just about where that is.
What do you want 8th grade students to understand about the military?
Well, it's not all fun and games. I think that it's a worthwhile thing to get into. I think it's a good vocation for some people. I think some people it's better than fumbling around outside. But I think they should respect the people that's in the military, and I think that they need to thank a vet when they see one.
What is your opinion about the Iraqi war, and do you think President Bush made the right decision?
President Bush made the only decision he could make at the time. He came on the television. He's been misquoted several times as to what he actually said, but I listened to his speech. And he said Hans Blix of the UN has said that they won't let us examine 4 weapons of mass destruction. He said we can't take the chance that this fool over there has weapons of mass destruction. We've got to go in and see for ourselves, and that's what we did. We made the right decision, and we went in there and got it done.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Amy Gee. I'm Taylor Driscoll.
I'm Brent Blake.
Okay. This is our interview with a veteran.
In which war did you serve?
I was in Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan.
What branch of the military did you serve in?
I'm in the United States Marine Corps.
Were you drafted or did you sign up?
I signed up.
What was your rank?
A Lance Corporal.
What job did you have?
I was a lightweight counter-mortar radar operator.
And that basically is.
I was just my radar tracked enemy mortars. So when the Taliban would shoot mortars at us, my radar would find where it came from and we would shoot back.
Where were you stationed and how long did you serve?
I was in 3 different places: Salam Bazaar Patrol Base, FOB Bakwa, and FOB Nole. I was at Salam Bazaar for 3 months, Bakwa for a month, and Nole for 3 months, and so a total of 7 months in Afghanistan.
What is your definition of patriotism?
It's a duty to honor our country.
What personal stories or experiences can you share that happened to you or someone close to you?
My first convoy in Afghanistan was, they were taking me out to Salam Bazaar, and we were going in the fuel truck in front of us, kind of veered off the path a little bit, and his right front tire hit an IED, or just a roadside bomb, and it blew. It was about 40 pounds of explosives, and it blew the tire and the wheel completely off. Nobody was hurt, but we had to sit out there for 16 hours and wait for Rector to come and tow the truck away. And when the IED went off, I didn't think it was an IED at first because I just heard it pop. It wasn't a loud boom or anything, just a loud pop, and I looked up and there was dirt going up in the air. And Sergeant Burton next to me was like, "Hey, IED, get your head down, stand by for secondaries." So we kind of stood by for a little bit, and there weren't any secondaries. So all was well.
How has serving in this war changed your life?
It was a very humbling experience. You go over there and, you see how they live and what they have. Their most valued possession they have is either maybe a little really, really old motorcycle that barely works, or a donkey or a horse of some kind. And you just really appreciate what you have back home and really thankful for what you have. There's people that don't have anywhere near what you have, the nice things and the commodities that you have.
How does Hollywood portray war accurately? If not, what are your concerns?
There's some movies and TV shows that are pretty accurate. For the most part, Hollywood doesn't really, they're not that accurate as far as maybe like uniforms go, or weapons, or different tactics, and I don't know, I think they can do a better job about that. I mean, most people, I think they can get away with it because, you know, most civilians, they won't notice, but like us guys that are in the military, we'll see that and like, that's wrong, or, you know, why'd they do it that way, and, you know, we're the only ones that really notice it, but, yeah, they're not as accurate as they could be.
What do you want 8th grade students to understand about the war?
Just why we're over there. As y'all heard, we got Osama bin Laden, who's the ringleader for all of the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. And, all we're doing over there is getting rid of the schoolyard bully, and that's all the Taliban is just a bunch of bullies. They're nothing big or special. They act like they're all big, bad, and tough, but they're just a bunch of bullies, and that's what the military's over there doing, just trying to help out the local population, put them at ease and make their lives better.
What is your opinion about the Iraqi war, and do you think President Bush made the right decisions?
I agree with going into Iraq, whether it was for weapons mass destruction or not. The main thing is we got Saddam Hussein and got rid of a very, very bad man. And Iraq itself is still bad. I didn't go over there, but guys that I talked to that did go over there, it's still bad over there, but it's not as bad. So the decision to go into Iraq was a big decision.
Thank you for talking.